Hey everybody, we just got off the one and only, the brand new, the second largest ship in the world, Utopia of the Seas. And I had asked on my Instagram if you guys had any questions, but we want to give you our honest review of Utopia, as it is basically now one of the most expensive in the Oasis class. Obviously because it's new, but it's gonna be on average 3 to 4 night itineraries, nothing more. It's pretty much 3 and 4 night itineraries, which is nice for a nice little weekend getaway, a nice little combination if you're coming down here for Universal or Disney. Did I just say Universal first? I think I did. You could spend 4 nights here, hop on this cruise for 3 nights, and have a nice little 7 to 8 day vacation. We want to give you our honest review and answer your guys' burning questions about it. So welcome back to your Daily Dose, everybody. Let's jump right into it. Casey is here.
Hello.
We just got off today, so everything's fresh in our minds. We want to talk about our experience from boarding day to the second day to third day and then to our leaving day. So let's start off with like the boarding process.
You want me to start?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Boarding was very easy. Port Canaveral is where we went out of. Great terminal. Is that what it's called? Terminal?
Yeah.
Port destination?
Port.
I don't know. Whatever you call it. It was great. They also, I don't know if they do this for all of the sailings out of Port Canaveral for Utopia, or if they will be doing that. But it was quite a party when we got there.
I think they are going to be doing that because technically it's the biggest weekend on this ship. That's up for debate. That is definitely up for debate.
Yes. They are marketing this as kind of a party vibe. I think it's definitely got a party aspect to it. And they did get that started right even before you got on the ship.
It was wild. Like cool. Lots of music. I mean, there's a
Dancers.
DJ. It was cool. I don't know if that's just going to be for the inaugural. I highly doubt it because there really wasn't anything special for the inaugural, honestly. It was all beforehand, which we talked about in yesterday's video. I really wish they would have done something for the inaugural, but there really wasn't anything crazy other than the gifts in the room.
But I think they don't do that just for the first sailing. They do that for the first several, because I know with Icon of the Seas, we had gotten gifts every single night, and then we had talked to people that had gotten those gifts. Like that sailed third sailing, fourth sailing. I think they just give them out until they run out. We did get champagne when we boarded. They did that for the inaugural Icon as well.
Bottomless champagne.
Yeah, so they had, right when you get onto the ship after you board, they had a bunch of crew members passing out champagne, and you could go and get more. They weren't telling you just
Love
one.
that. It's the biggest weekend, but they do that on every ship.
They had juice for kids as well. I saw that, so that's a nice touch.
Boarding was very simple. I loved it. Every time I board a Royal Caribbean ship, it's so smooth, so seamless. It's great, but make sure you do those pre-check-ins before arriving to the port, otherwise you might get a little delayed. And make sure you have nothing illegal in your bags. No power cords. No nothing. Get it out.
Yeah, we saw a lot of people going after they got off the ship. They had to go like get their extension cords. I saw a hair dryer, which was weird because I feel like those are usually allowed. I don't know. Quite a few random things. So
do not delay your biggest weekend. But that was great. Loved stepping on board, and it was a good environment.
Yes.
Now, one of the most important things about Utopia of the Seas, if you're into specialty dining, is their Utopia station. It's the railway.
Yeah.
Now you can, I believe for us, we couldn't pre-book it. I think it's open for 30 days before your bookings. You're gonna have to fact check me on that, but I believe that's what the rumor was, and I believe it's usually 30 days ahead of time. I don't know. That's what someone told us, but it wasn't available for ours. We had to rush to it, and it was all gone.
Well, they ended up opening reservations, I think the day before, but they didn't announce it, so we didn't know.
I checked.
Oh, because I had gotten a text from a friend that said, "Oh, I see that they opened it up." So maybe they didn't actually, but that is what most people did the second they got on the ship, and we had heard from others that by 10:30, that was when the last reservation booked. We had gotten on around 11 a.m., so we were about 30 minutes shy of getting a reservation.
Honestly, a little bit bummed out that we didn't get to experience that because Honestly, there's really nothing crazy different on this ship that's already on all of the Oasis classes, which we'll get to a little bit later on. Is it going to even be worth it to pay a little bit more to go on this new ship? That's going to be for you to decide. It's really nice, again, if you're in Disney area, you wanted to spend a little weekend without traveling far because it's 3 to 4 nights, but you could also go on the Disney Wish, but that's going to be a little more expensive. Right? But I don't know. I think that one's gone now.
Oh, it was here. I don't know.
But,
I guess, that one left so that Utopia could come. One more thing about the railway. On the first day, they did have like an open house kind of thing where you could go and see it. We didn't know about that until the next day.
Yeah.
But if you can't get a reservation but still want to see it, check on the first day because that's the only time you can actually go and see it if you don't have a reservation.
Also, those who want to eat at the Mason Jar, which we love the Mason Jar on a 3-day, it's only going to be brunch on the first day. 4-day, it's gonna be the first day and the day at sea. 3-day, you gotta get it right when you hop on board, but it's really good. And so is the dinner. I want to just jump on into that because that was like my favorite thing about the ship, which is also on the Wonder of the Seas, and now they have it here on Utopia, which is it's great. It's amazing.
It was the highlight of the entire trip for us.
Crazy,
I think we just got lucky because we had a great server. I mean, obviously it was great food, but it was a fun time because they had live music. I think they do that every night.
It's a nice fun bar. So it's a bar combined with a restaurant, and there's live music to the left of it. So it gets rowdy.
You can hear it in the restaurant. So if that's not something that you're interested in, then maybe don't book it.
But it's so good.
I wouldn't say it's like inappropriate though for children, so I wouldn't be concerned about that if you do have children. But it's more of, I mean, there were some rowdy people out there who had been drinking, so
I mean that's
I guess
cruise.
It also just depends on the crowd that's there that night. But as far as the performances of the country band, I don't think that was.
Boarding day is always the rowdiest. That's like my favorite day. I don't even know if I'd want to get on and have brunch right away. So I really kind of would wish that they would change that because like I'd rather go to the buffet than go to a brunch that you have to sit down and wait maybe like an hour to an hour and a half.
Like right when you get on the ship.
I don't like that. I wish they would have done something a little bit different on that, like maybe Nassau Day, because not a lot of people get off at Nassau, at least like on an inaugural. Something changed. They're not going to change it though.
I feel like there were actually a lot of people that stayed on at Coco Key this time too.
I mean, we did. We had to film a lovely tour. Hope you guys enjoyed that one.
Yeah. I don't think people really spent as much time out on, off the ship on this cruise. Maybe because it's the inaugural, but
maybe.
I don't know. That's just what I noticed.
So boarding day went normal as boarding day can go, except I would say this was the largest pool sail away that I've seen. They had champagne guns. They're going for a Virgin Voyages vibe. And this is where I don't agree that it's the biggest weekend, because I feel like the biggest party weekend is on Virgin Voyages.
Agreed.
Because that's 18 plus. I feel like they need more party people out there because Virgin has a lot.
Someone had mentioned this, and this is a really good point. I think that eventually it's going to get more of a party aspect, but on the inaugural, you have a bunch of loyal royal
Pinnacles.
people. Pinnacles, a lot of that's
people.
An older crowd if you're Pinnacle. That's a lot of sailings. Most of them are older. So once you get probably like the spring break crowds or like the college crowds, then you're probably gonna actually see more of a party.
I can see this ship getting out of control. I definitely
can as well.
I definitely could, because that's definitely the
At
vibe they're going for.
Times.
But with their different neighborhoods, you can find a little bit of something. Like if you're gonna be by the pool, I like how they did the double side. There's a pool on each, and there's not that is the designated party area. The other side of the Lime and Coconut, the water park, that's gonna be for the kiddos.
Yeah. There was no party at all over there. So that is a safe space if you do have children.
That was probably the biggest party on day one.
Yeah.
Except if you want to fast forward until 1 a.m. when they had the frat party.
I wouldn't know about
that. She went to bed. Casey went, you guys saw it. Casey went to bed.
Okay, the frat party started at 1 a.m. Now, I understand if you're a partier, you're probably up. But I wish that they had done it a little bit earlier. Like maybe started at 11:30, 12.
It's a frat party, so the reason why, I think, because it was right after Red, which is the biggest party.
So maybe you have the Red party at 11 and then do that at 12.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I couldn't hang.
But
I went to bed.
Curfew is 1 a.m. for the young kids, so that's why I think they wanted to do something that was not on any other ship, because there's been nothing like that on any other ship.
But you could also just check in, have like your SeaPass card, which we did that last night at a party that started at 10:45.
That was the toga party, brand new silent silent party. I loved it. We'll get to that a little bit later. But what was really different about this is that we're gonna talk about Virgin in a way because the Happenings cast, isn't that what they said? The Happenings, isn't that what they're calling Virgin?
I don't remember.
Anyways, they had specific...
Like the crew members that are like the party entertainment team.
The Happening, I don't remember what it is. But they had crew members here on Royal that actually dressed up in costumes, and you could tell that they were like the party type crew that kept the party going wherever the party essentially was going. So they took it basically right out of Virgin's book, which is smart because a lot of people do like that on Virgin. But now the difference is, can like younger people enjoy it like a family going on board?
I definitely think you can enjoy it, but I will say, be warned, during the actual pool party, I don't think it's really family friendly. They were doing a twerking contest.
True.
And
that was day 3.
Yeah, but even on day 1, we did the sail away party. I felt like some of the music choices, like, yeah, they didn't necessarily have like the curse words, but it's just, I don't know. I just feel like it kind of brought more of the rowdy crowds.
Fair.
Lots of butts.
Yeah.
Lots of butts
champagne
shaking.
Guns. I don't think that's on any other cruise ship.
I mean, it was fun. I did partake in the champagne gun. I did enjoy that. But during those times, if you're worried about it being a little bit inappropriate for your children, maybe just go somewhere else.
Because there's so many areas to go that isn't going to be a party zone. Yeah. Obviously, Central Park, the Promenade, the Boardwalk, the Solarium. Can kids go in the Solarium? I don't think they can. No,
Solarium's adults.
Yeah, you can go in your room for sail away.
Yeah, they also have all the like the kids clubs. They had the teen club, which, speaking of the teen club, we saw no teens in the teens club, and I don't know why. We felt so bad for the crew members there because they were just they were just sitting there probably waiting for kids. We saw a lot of like teenagers hanging out together. I think they were just like kind of making their own teen club, but that could just also be.
I think they like roaming around the ship. Honestly, personally, I would like that too. Yeah, if I was a teen,
But I think it was the Disney Magic we went to the teen club, and all the teens were there. Like they just looked like they had so much fun.
Yeah, it's cool. Like they just on this team.
I guess just different groups, but
Now the ship overall, the feeling compared to every other Oasis class, there really isn't anything different. Like I just went on an Allure and I was blown away with it, with how old that ship is and how well kept it was for a cheaper price. I actually want to look to see what's out of Port Canaveral to see if there's any other better options if you don't want to fork out the price. But I do know a lot of families might want to go on this, and I'm not saying no, because I didn't really feel that much of a party, and it was only in like little areas. Like there were only, what we're trying to say is there were parties, but it wasn't the entire it's cruise. Like everyone's going crazy. Because obviously not everyone is gonna want to do that. So we know the direction they were headed, but we also know that they know that there are families on board. This cruise on spring break is probably gonna be wild next year, in my opinion. If I think the price is right. If it's still expensive, I mean, it's not expensive, it's Icon, but they usually put the prices up then. But I feel like people will want to go because then you want to go Coco. Yeah, I don't think that there's really a lack of people booking Utopia though, because based on conversations with people we've met, travel agents, they've said that they're selling this more than Icon. But Icon is also a week long. Very expensive. Very, very expensive in comparison. Still. $5,000, $4,000, yeah. But overall, if you are able to afford Icon and have the luxury of time that you can take a week off, then I personally would say book Icon over Utopia. That was especially. We kept comparing it. We're like, I just wish this was like this on Icon. I wish they would have made some more changes to this Oasis class ship to, make it a little bit more upscaling, a little bit different than the others. I love the Solarium. Yes. I love the Solarium. It was like a mini Aquadome, which was cool. But I was thinking kind of like, okay, so Utopia is only 10 feet shorter than Icon. However, Icon, I feel like the use of space was so much better. I felt like there was so much more to do. Is it wider? It might be. I think it's wider. It might be wider.
But I still feel like they utilized the space so much more, and there was so much more to do that even after 7 nights, I still felt like I could be on that ship longer and still find things that we hadn't done. After 3 nights in Utopia, same feeling. It's not enough time, but I don't think I would want to be on Utopia for longer than 7 nights at a time.
That's fair. Same, because we've been on those ships for a while. Like, you know, because there's really nothing different than this one.
Yeah.
I feel like me personally.
It was so much fun though. I don't want you guys to take it wrong.
Yeah,
Like,
we enjoyed it.
loved
We actually really enjoyed our time. Like, really, we both got off and we're like.
We had such
kept saying
a great
like
trip.
we really enjoyed this one. My biggest takeaway though is Mason Jar.
Oh my
and
gosh, yes.
the drones in the show. I've never seen anything like that before.
Wait, spoiler alert.
They've seen the videos.
Oh yeah.
They've seen the videos.
We haven't, sorry.
If you're new, you're gonna want to watch that show.
Yeah, that was really cool. That was
really cool.
unexpected. I'm glad that we went back to the show. So we would have missed that.
Trying to think if there's anything else that really stood out. That was just like, wow, you need to go on this for that.
Yeah.
It's a isn't the Wonder a 7-night itinerary too?
I'm
Still,
not sure.
I believe it is. I think it is.
I've only ever done Allure and then now Utopia from the Oasis class, but I went on Allure back in 2019, so it has been a while. I remember getting off that ship and being like, I am so incredibly stunned by this.
Yeah.
I do like that Utopia is kind of like a mini icon in that very like colorful, bright. I like the direction that they're going with that because and I feel like that's why we kept comparing it to Icon.
I mean, yeah, it's like the one.
And then Allure, you know, that one's going to dry dock soon.
Yep, it's gonna be getting some
So
nice
that's
upgrades.
gonna get a nice refurb, but
Yeah.
I
I don't know. We enjoyed our time. Should we get into some questions right now?
Yeah.
Or is there anything else you want to add?
No, we can
No?
go questions. But
Okay.
we also is our food here yet?
Oh gosh. Yeah, our food has been here for 12 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
We DoorDashed
hold.
some food. Oopsies. We're gonna pick this up after food. We got some lovely Qdoba.
We're on our cruise diet, clearly.
Yeah, still our cruise diet. We don't have any food, so we're like, let's just order from, you know, the Windjammer, which is Qdoba tonight.
If you pretend it's basically included, you know, you just press a button and it just charges your credit card.
Here's our dinner. In Sopranos, baby. Dinner was good for those who are wondering. Qdoba is great. So let's hop in some of your questions. This is probably going to help us do a review in a sense too. If you could only go on Icon or Utopia again, which one would you choose? I think it's very simple. 3, 2, 1, Icon. But a week is a commitment. I wish they did a like 3, 4, and a week itineraries. That would be nice.
I just feel like that ship is just like a 3-night. I feel like is impossible in Icon.
Yeah, it's just beautiful.
I actually hope they never do a 3-night on Icon. Yeah. At least a 4 or 5 night.
I want it to be selfishly so I can go on for a little bit.
Yeah.
It's great. So yeah, simple question, simple answer. This is fun. I just threw this one in here. Is it fun?
Yes.
Yeah, Utopia was fun. We had a lot of fun. Like
we
a lot
really
of fun.
We really did. We had such a great trip.
We got 2 questions here. As someone that budget cruises on MSC, is splurging for a Utopia cruise worth it? Well, you got to ask yourself, how do you cruise? Do you like to, essentially, I'm going to move this out of the way. Do you like to party in a sense? Because there are like, you know, some like every couple hours. If you want to be on a brand new ship, I'd say go for it. I
feel like that's tough because everyone's value of, you know, like their value is going to be different.
It's a beautiful ship.
I would say if you find a good deal on it, maybe wait a little bit for the hype to dwindle down a little bit, then definitely do it. It's a great ship. It offers a lot. But yeah, if you're looking more for budget, maybe not the best one.
Is Utopia a good cruise to go on if it's your first cruise ever? Whew, that's a hard one. My first take is no, because then it goes down from there, honestly.
Yeah.
You want to start a little bit lower and then you don't literally get like so spoiled. I mean, I started with the Disney Dream, which was, you know, the Disney class. It's going to be good, but I feel like starting up big, you're just going to go on a small ship and just you're going to keep on wanting this.
Yeah, unless you only really plan to cruise an Oasis class and now Icon class, then go for it. But at the same time, I feel like if you don't plan to cruise often, you might as well just go big or go home.
I mean, you could. That is good. That is a good point. I will say when I go on a smaller class, I'm just itching for an Oasis.
It's kind of hard to find things to do when you're on a smaller ship now because you like expect so much. I feel like that's tough to answer.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I feel like we didn't give a clear answer.
I don't know. It's up to you. Is it worth the high price? And again, that's kind of going to be up to you as well. We really enjoyed our time. We enjoyed our time.
I feel like you kind of answered that with comparing it to other Oasis class ships. I feel like maybe just wait it out and see what the deals are going to be like in the future. Especially when Star comes out. Star of the season, it's Icon class, but there will be a new ship, so this one will probably be a little bit more budget. I don't know. These are tough questions.
I know. I picked some good ones. Do you think 3 nights is long enough for the size of the ship?
I would say if I had a choice between 3 or 4 nights, 4 nights I feel like would be the sweet spot. You can get a decent amount done, but there were a lot of things that we missed out on.
Yeah, there's a lot.
It's a big ship.
I mean, especially as content creators too. It's you're running from left to right, you're going up and down. We utilize the elevator. But yeah, I think 4 is nice, even just for Oasis in general.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, it was really hard to get to entertainment shows with how we had it scheduled. So it was really tough. Really tough.
They offered a lot, which was great, but at the same time, because we didn't want to miss out on anything, we had lineups and we ended up missing a couple things.
Stuff, like the show.
We missed the adult comedy show, which was something that we both really wanted to do. It was also hard to get.
Yep. On a 3 night, it's very tough.
Yeah.
Very tough. So that's why 4 and 7 nights are great to see all the entertainment shows.
Yeah, agreed.
Is a drink package worth it? For us, absolutely not. Like, the price is ridiculous what they charge now.
Yeah. It was insane when we checked. It was like over $100 a day.
Yes, it's ridiculous.
So like at that point, you're almost spending the same amount as the cruise in alcohol.
Yeah, if you book a couple days in advance or just in advance, you get like a 15 to 20% discount. But it's still like so much. It's crazy.
I mean, I've done the drink package before. I did it one time, and I got a really good deal on it. They just happened to run like a promo, and I think it was like less than $50 a day.
That's
in that
nice.
case, that was a good deal.
Because drinks are like $15 a pop.
Yeah.
They're expensive.
I guess it just also depends how much do you plan to drink. Do the math. If you
We're like 1 to
think
2.
about a drink being average of about, say like $14, $15, and then do the math and think if you can drink that much, or if you'd be really trying to drink more just for the, just to pay it off kind of thing, then I don't know, kind of go that route.
To me, I think it's not worth it.
I don't think it's worth it.
If you're having a party, go for it.
It is nice though. It's like you don't have to worry. At that point, you've already paid for it, so you don't have to worry about
but you're slamming them down next.
Yeah, how much am I spending? But like for us, not worth it.
How's the service in the main dining room? We only went on night 3 and we loved it. I mean, there was only 3 tables that our server had, but we loved it. We actually loved chatting with the people left and right. The food was good. We wish we would have gone other nights, but we just loved the mason jar, and we did a Zoomy too, which was nice. And that's essentially why also, if you want to do other nights too, it's hard to fit everything in.
You can't do it all. Yeah. It's actually impossible.
Yeah, we enjoyed it.
But yeah, service was great.
What was the most unique thing about the Utopia? Gosh, I mean, it blends in with all the other Oasis ones. It really does. What?
The parrot.
Oh yeah.
The parrot bar.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
It's kind of like really reminded us of Trader Sam's at the Polynesian.
Pesky Parrot's a new bar on the promenade.
Pesky Parrot. It was so cutely themed. The tiki bar. They had windows that looked like you were looking out into like, you know.
Drinks were just okay. It's just a nice themed area. Mine had a lot of ice in it. And we got
good.
We got a cool we got a souvenir mug. Every night or every day they have a new one, right?
But yeah, I don't know. I think that they're a limited edition though. They only sell 300 of them. And I don't know if that's like each cruise. I would assume each cruise. But people were like lining up to get those things.
Yeah.
It was an ordeal. But
that's a good one actually. That was a good one.
Yeah, that one's like the only thing I can think of off the top of my head.
Mine's the drone show in the show. I've never seen anything like that. That was cool, especially indoors. I think that's the only things. Other than that, maybe the slide too. The slide was unique for the ship.
The slide was so fun.
Different. The abyss.
The abyss. That was fun.
It was great. It's great.
I'm glad that we did that.
Seems silly, but do the freestyle machines have Dr. Pepper? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I wonder.
Are you sure?
Yeah, they should.
Okay, but you said that with like 100% certainty. What if she buys the drink package?
Oh, shoot.
And there's no Dr. Pepper? You can't do that to her.
Okay. We don't
but
know.
I would assume because it is a Coke product and they have Coke products.
They have so much. Yeah.
Just fact check us before you buy the drink package.
Yeah. Would you cruise her again with the rates being higher than other short sailings? I want to cruise again just to go on that new dining place. That's the only reason why I want to go back on.
But they're going to introduce that on other ships in the future, aren't they?
No idea. Could be exclusive to Utopia.
I thought I heard that, but maybe they're just introducing like different unique specialty dinings. It might not be the same.
I don't know.
I really wanted to do that. I'm sad that we missed it. It looked really cool.
That's the only reason why I want to go back on again. Similar to Virgin in a sense, but not really.
Overall, no. If Virgin is your vibe, then I would stick to Virgin if you're trying to get that kind of feel on a Royal Caribbean.
Food's not as good as Virgin's. Was it what you expected in terms of the world's biggest weekend? No.
But like I'm pleasantly surprised by it because we're not partiers, so I feel like it matched up to like our level.
Yeah, the coolest thing that we did is participating in the biggest weekend was on the last night.
Oh yeah,
the toga parties, which we couldn't figure out how to do, but it was fun. We really enjoyed it. The silent, I love those so much.
We had such a great time.
I remember walking in, the old people were like, I just don't understand it. That's what he said to his wife.
Really? I didn't hear that. What the toga or the silent?
I just don't understand what this is.
Yeah.
How was the movie filming going? It was cool. They were filming a movie on the ship. They wrapped it up.
Yeah. Yeah, they were on for a month. It's gonna be out on Netflix. We found that out, and it should be out in about a year.
A year.
Yeah. We almost were extras, but we didn't have time.
They asked us.
We needed 40 minutes commitment, and it
was cramped. It was cramped.
We could have been on Netflix.
Sad.
I was, but we had other things to do. Yeah. Whatever. We'll just pretend we're on Netflix.
Time is limited on a 3-day cruise.
Yes.
Is it kid friendly? Yes. I'd say so.
Yeah, just like what we said earlier, maybe just be careful with the pool party, but there's still plenty to do. I wouldn't be afraid to take your kids on the ship by any means.
What is the best thing on the ship? Do you think this is one of the best cruises? Some people were saying this is the best that Royal Caribbean has to offer, and I have to disagree with that just because I love the Icon. Yeah. But
most people we talked to that also have been on Icon favored Icon over this, but there were a few people who said, that it was the best that Royal's ever done.
I do love the solarium. The solarium was nice.
Yeah.
The best thing on the ship? Gosh, it's hard because it's like the same as.
The best thing was Mason jar, but I guess it's not really exclusive to the
Abyss
ship.
was fun. I actually really enjoyed the Abyss, but I did get hurt on it. Maybe you guys see that. I did get hurt. I really loved that one.
I was terrified to go on that thing. It looked scary, but it ended up.
It's cool.
Really also, cool. I don't know if we actually updated you guys, but the zip line did end up becoming available to do. Oh. I know we during our tour, we said we didn't know if it was operating on this cruise. But
it was.
We just didn't do it.
Any recommendations on what shows to see? Try to go see them all, but you might have to leave early or just balance it out better than we did. Because there were some times we just couldn't. Yeah. Some days it didn't work.
Yeah. Ice skating show, 100%.
Yeah,
that was my favorite show on the ship, but all of them are really great.
Aqua's kind of the same as all the other Aquas. They did stuff differently that was like, oh, okay, like how they did that this time.
Yeah.
And I do love the singing and dancing show too. Hi, Kyle. Hi, Casey. Sailing in January. How can we park closest to the ship? You can just park in the garage. It's 65?
It was
70?
It was about 67, between 60 and 72, I would say.
Best way to do it, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, this girl's leaving on Friday. What's a must-do on the ship? Mason jar.
Yes, but if you can do the railway, I know that we don't have any personal experience, but we did hear from others that it was such a cool thing to do. So definitely look out for reservations online, and if you can't get one, then go immediately when you get on the ship.
I'm just curious what it is.
I know, I want to do it so bad, and the food looked so good too.
What advice would you give to someone going on their first cruise in October? Oh gosh, explore it. have fun, take lots of pictures, take lots of videos, talk to people, because cruising is all about meeting people too.
You can meet some of the coolest people on cruise ships. I would say spend a little bit of time kind of planning out what you want to do on once you get on the ship, because that's when a lot of the things will load as far as activities, and just kind of prioritize the things that you want to do, because you probably won't be able to do everything. Do that, and then just bring Dramamine just in case. You don't know how your body's gonna react. Cruising is not scary, I'm not saying that at all, but every once in a while I get a little seasick.
I just realized I messed this up, but I just figured it out. Okay. I had like multiple of the same questions. Would you go on Icon or Utopia if you had to choose one? Icon. Do you feel that this is an option for families with older teens? Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Even younger too. I mean, there's something for everybody.
We
It's the
didn't
nice
see
thing about
like
these
the
ships.
kids clubs. Where were those? How did we miss them?
I don't know where they were, honestly.
We completely missed. I have no idea where the kids club is. But we
I
only saw
probably below the boardwalk. I think we're gonna miss. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a big ship. We thought we did everything in our tour, but maybe I guess we missed.
How much did you pay for Wi-Fi? I think it was like $100.
Something like that.
Something like that. Do it before the bookings. Before you get on board, it's cheaper. Are there any unique complimentary food items compared to other Royal Caribbean ships? Yeah. We didn't even talk about this yet until now, so thanks for this. The food truck.
Oh yeah.
They have a really good cheesecake.
I knew there were things we were missing.
Yeah, you like that?
The tornadoes.
Yeah.
Those were so good. I know I did see on the live. You can get them at Circle K gas station, and I've never had one from there. But if they're as good as the ones in Royal, then I want to go to that gas station and get them.
Yeah, it was
cool.
It was a fun ship. It was cool. Yeah. It was great. You got anything else? Because that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think we pretty much gave all of the knowledge we have, but it really was such a fun weekend. Went by way too fast. 3 nights are such a tease, but
really quick.
I'm thankful that we were able to go on this sailing, and it all worked out.
It did. We didn't have that many slices of pizza. Like only had 2.
I had 1, I think.
Yeah, really. We didn't eat
we
that much.
really didn't have that much to eat.
Except mason jar. I love mason jar. Please do mason jar. Please, 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 please. It's so good. Yeah. It's rowdy though. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We like to ramble and talk about our cruises, and I hope it helps on you guys maybe potentially going on Utopia. And more cruises to come. And it's back to Disney.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. Bye-bye.
I keep hitting myself with this stinking thing. Bye-bye, guys.